Hi guys, it's Amber Johnson with Helping the Good People here in Tucson. Sitting in my car. Just got to my destination. It's called laundry. Having laundry day. Yeah, I've been thinking a lot about my family lately. You know, like my daughter's birthday was 2 days ago, and due to the custody issues I have with the father and stuff over the last 10 years, it's been hard to see my kids. And it wears on me. Hold on. Let me roll up my windows a little bit. So, yeah, I've been missing my kids. I was supposed to see them for a couple hours, for my daughter's birthday on the 16th, and that didn't work out. And now they're up in Phoenix and enjoying family. So I got to look at this in two ways, which is, one, they're happy. Two, they're seeing family. For those of you that don't know, I do have an older daughter. She's going to be 23 this year. Her name's Marissa. And she hasn't talked to me in about almost 4 years. November of 2016 was the last time I saw her, let alone talk to her. I don't know if you guys out there have any children that don't talk to you either, due to history of domestic violence, trauma, addictions, things like that. I mean, I was an addict, an alcoholic, and I didn't raise my kids as best as I could, but we do our best that we can at the time. We get so messed up in our own bullshit that we forget about what we're doing to our children. And that's a big role in why I do what I do. Why I do these videos. Why I go and try to help as many people as I can. In a way, I guess it's almost like I'm making up for lost time. That's what it feels like. It feels like I'm making up for lost time. I got this weird guy staring at me while I'm talking to you guys, just so you know. I don't like that. This is why I try to find quiet places to do my videos, because I don't like it when people stare at me. It'd be one thing if I was interviewing you, or talking to you. But another when people are staring at you and like, what are you doing? What are you seeing? It's like, stay in your own lane, man. As my dad said, ride your own train. Yeah. Back to the topic of the children, When I was living in the abuse, I neglected my responsibilities because I drowned myself in pills and alcohol. Those were my vices, guys. Not meth, not cocaine, not heroin or anything like that. My vice was always alcohol and pills. I don't include marijuana in there because I have had my card for years, and it is medicinal and it does help. I will not do pain management again. So I do not clarify marijuana as a drug, not like all the other ones. But yes, I had an addiction. I've been sober now for 10 years almost from alcohol. 11/11/11 was my sobriety date. And about 4 years from pills. So it feels good, It was a long road to get there, but it feels good to be sober, My kids are proud of me too. But it doesn't defeat the fact that, we live with the things that we've done to our families, to our friends, to our relationships, to our jobs, to people that we meet on the streets, how we treat them. And in a way, it's like making up for lost time. I was very hard on my daughter, my oldest. But I was also protecting her and the children. The other children in the abusive home, too. At least that's the way I saw it. When you're made out to be a monster, you just tend to think that's what you are. Hey, you don't deserve better. Alcohol. Man, I wouldn't touch that stuff again for the life of me. Before, I would get all messed up and, and then I'd get sober. I think the longest I went was 6 months. And then something would trigger me and I would start drinking again. But now it's to the point where I get upset and I don't think about alcohol anymore. And I'm trying to do that with my thoughts of my past. It's kind of like that. You got to let go. It's like your thought process, your patterns of thinking, of low self-worth, low confidence. That all comes from the mind and trauma. And it's about processing that and understanding that even though you're in that situation, you did those things, you are not that person anymore. Right? I'm not that person anymore. I'm different. I'm better. I'm stable. I'm strong. And I know I'm loved. And I know I am capable of loving others. I don't know what compelled me to turn on the video today and talk about this, but I do. I need to talk about it. About family and about trauma and about drugs and alcohol and how it affects our families. I never thought about it until my daughter told me in 2016. She said, "Mom, I can't watch you die anymore. I can't watch you die. I have to leave." Back then, I didn't understand it. She's abandoned me a few times and, gone above and beyond to stay away from me. One time it was 2 years I didn't see her because CPS told her that she was 13 and she didn't have to come home. But if that wouldn't have happened, we wouldn't have gotten closer, years later. And so I'm grateful for that experience now that I look back. Same with my younger two children. When they got taken in 2011, it was 6 months after I left my abuser, and I was sober for a while, and then I started drinking again. And then my daughter accused my ex of sexual abuse. And of course, Mommy snapped. I went down to the store, I got some alcohol, I was taking Xanax, and I blacked out. And in the process of that, my youngest daughter, who was 2, Sally, was in the middle of one of our fights, I guess, and her finger got slammed in the door. In the process of Marissa and I fighting. Now, Jake was there too, and he heard it, and he was traumatized. He told me about the story of Sally's finger just not that long ago. So it's like, man, I can't get away from it. You know what I mean? It's like even my kids are traumatized, and I had to hear about that. And that's sad because I had to explain to them that Mommy was blacked out. In other words, I don't remember. That's very hard to tell your children that you don't remember doing something to them. Yeah, my daughter, Sally, she got her finger slammed in the door. Next thing you know it, I consciously wake up, and I'm in the hospital with my 2 kids, both in the bed. Sally's finger got so bad that they were telling me that she needed an amputation. Now, of course, she had stitches put in her finger and she's fine. And it was no amputation, but they used that as an excuse to take the kids. And also because I was messed up. So yeah, Jake and Sally were taken. So yeah, I mean, these are the things that we tend to live with. And these are things that I live with every day that people don't know about. Or why I get defensive, or why I push so much to help others, is because I don't want to see them go down that same road, especially with their families. I mean, I see a situation now and it's saddening, and, people should report it, but at the same time, it's like me. Sometimes things have to happen naturally and, in its own timing, whether that's someone else intervening in your life or not, you have to allow it. You have to accept things the way they are. After that stuff with Sally and Jake and Marissa in 2011 was when I got sober from alcohol. It was 11/11/11. That was the day that I quit. I chose at that point that there was no reason for me to drink anymore and allow this crap to happen to my family again at the hands of myself. So think about that next time next time, you know, you want to put yourself in a situation where you're really messed up. I mean, I know that alcohol and stuff interferes with your thinking and stuff sometimes, but there are ways of controlling it. You know, maybe go out and have your kids spend the night somewhere if you know you're going to drink, or, you know, get all crazy. If you get overwhelmed with something, call a friend to take your kids or something and give you a break for a minute. Me, I sent my daughter to Canada one time for like 2 months, but the family wanted them. It was her foster family. That's another story that goes back to 1998. See what I mean? It's like all these thoughts, they stay with me. And I'm trying to deal with them and heal from them and move on and let it go, knowing that I did my best then and that I can't change the past. It's very hard to live with that stuff, you know? It's even harder to tell the truth, especially to you guys here. Are you still listening? If you are, like, subscribe, and share to my channel. Even a like would let me know that you heard my message. That would be good. So 2011, after the kids got taken, went through the whole CPS process. But that is when I first came to the realization about who I was dealing with regarding my ex and the corruptness of the system through CPS, through Pima County Sheriffs, through the courts, was when I had my first wake-up call of who I was dealing with. You know, talking about this now, I'm a lot calmer. I can actually tell you things without freaking out. And that was my problem back then, was talking about it, because there's so much stuff. So much stuff. So many people. So I'm trying to figure out a way to tell you this in such a short manner and briefly, in the best way I know how. So, to sum it up, my ex and I were ordered to court for trial. Now, they had my ex on the stand for 4 days, and it was supposed to be a 2-day trial. And I kept telling my lawyer, I said, I need to defend myself, man. They're attacking me. They're bringing up my past, and I'm not, you know, all this stuff, and I need to defend myself. After 4 days, that judge told him, you either move on to your questions or get him off this stand. Tired of running around in circles. So finally, my lawyer says, you can defend yourself now. I get up there, I plead my case, and I had it won. I shut everyone up with their questions and pissed them off so much with the truth that they didn't even have anything else to stand on. So the judge closed the case. But in doing so, the kids were placed back with Mike because we agreed that that would be the best way, and I knew that I could protect my kids that way. But what you guys don't know is what happened during that trial. During the trial, myself, Michael, my ex, and his lawyer, Chris Kimenaw. No, Chris Kimenaw's cousin, Brian Kimenaw. That's right, we're in family courts. You got family court and you got superior court. You got cousins. The Kimenaws. So meanwhile, we're all planning what we're supposed to say. Now, mind you, we're not supposed to talk about the case. But see, the first time that ever came up to me, it was because I was freaking out. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know how to handle the case. Mike was there. His lawyer was telling him what to say, what to do. His lawyer told him how to pass drug tests. Even the hair follicle test, man. He passed it. He did it, and I paid $150 actually, and had a test done after he took the stuff from the Moon Smoke Shop. That's what Brian told him. Go to the Moon Smoke Shop, buy this stuff, put the shampoo in your hair, and it'll be good. He showed up at DCS meeting one day, out of the blue, even though we'd been talking about the case out in the parking lot every time. He came in and he had this paper that said that he was clean and sober for a year. Even CPS was dumbfounded. Let me see that, because they only go back like 3 months. So for Mike to show up saying he was sober for 1 year was just blew me away. That like buried me underneath the bus right there. Okay, because he's not sober. He does ecstasy. He does shrooms. He smokes pot. He drinks. He goes into topless bars. I mean, you name it. Okay, it's been a cycle. Even when I met him at Curves Cabaret in 1999. my ex, Jake and Sally's dad. Now, mind you, he shows up with this paperwork and he says, oh, I've been clean and sober for years. So that didn't look good on me because I did my hair test and he said I had pot in my system. Pot. The moral of the story is that at that time in the parking lot, Michael and his lawyer Brian told me that I had two choices. I can either lose my rights to Jake and Sally, or I can lie on the stand and have the case closed. At first I thought, I can lose my rights. That's fine, and then I can still see the kids. Something told me in my gut, no. You're not doing that, Amber. You're going to fight for your kids. And that's what I did, and I won the case. But what you guys also don't know is that when I got that court order from the judge after I won the case and had it closed and the kids placed there because I knew I could protect them, the judge slammed me with this horrendous order that said I had to have supervised visitation, no overnights till further ordered, all these things, right? And that he had primary physical custody and we had joint legal custody. And therefore, he made the final decisions. So that's what I've been fighting in court for 10 years, not knowing that I could take him back to court to change it. And every time I go back into court, okay, they tell me I have the wrong document. I try to get a lawyer, conflict of interest for life. Again, another protection order dropped against him recently, but yet they kept the no contact in order because I told them I didn't want to talk to him anymore. It didn't correct anything for me seeing my kids or anything. They're telling me to refile again. Went to mediation. He had to have his lawyer to tell the mediator that I could see my daughter on her birthday. Case closed again. CPS. They told me they had 26 cases and counting against my ex, but they didn't have my evidence that I gave them a month before. And they tell me to call and file another report. I've done about 30 of them. Pima County Sheriffs. File a report. What do? They close the cases. They scare my kids. You tell me what this mom's supposed to do. This is why I live in this stuff. This is why I can't get away from it, guys. My everyday nightmares of not knowing what's going on with my family, what I can do to help them. I can just rely on God. The kids are happy and doing well, and I have a good place for them to live, and I can't even get them there. They're still with my ex. They're still with the abuser, man. I just had butterflies in my belly. Yeah, they're still there, guys. I'm doing my best. Staying busy. You see what I'm doing. I'm running groups and I'm helping musicians and I'm just everywhere, right? Yeah. I'm going to keep doing it. I'm going to keep doing these videos and I'm going to keep being myself and I'm going to keep on being goofy if I want to and I'm going to dance in my house and go live and you can watch these videos or you don't have to. But like with anyone else here on YouTube, we all have a story. We're all doing it for our own reasons. We always hope that this reaches someone that needs to hear it. Or someone that's going through something right now and doesn't know how to get out. I'm still learning. I'm still going to court. I'm still learning law because no one else will help me. But I haven't given up. My oldest, I don't know when I'll see her again. She's right here in Tucson. She finally unblocked me on Facebook. And now I'm starting to wonder if she's purposely posting these crazy pictures and all this stuff because she's trying to get at me. Because she's like, look at me, Mom. That's how I feel. But if you knew how things went down between her and I over the years too, you would feel the same way. It's like being stabbed in the back by your own children, but not. You know what I mean? I love my family. I'm a great mom. A great human being. never hurting anybody. You know? I hurt myself. Thank you for listening. I needed to get this off my chest. And I'll rewatch this video later thinking I sound like crap or stupid. And then I'll realize that it's a very good video. Worth posting. So I hope you enjoyed it. Not sure what the topic was supposed to be about. It was about my family and about my children and getting my story out. And that's just one little bit of the story from 1 year of my life, trying to figure out how to write it now or speak it. So bear with me on my journey through, what do they call it, the dark night of the soul, and finding the light that lives within us, all of us, that love never fails. Our family is our family. Thank you. It's Amber Johnson with Helping the Good People. Like, subscribe, and share to my channel if you wish. And pretty soon I'll have a donation link down there. For now, I'm just leaving it as it is. Have a beautiful and wonderful Sunday fun day. I guess in a way, this is my Sunday church today. Thank you for listening. Bye-bye.